we started watching the forecast already, I would even say from Sunday of last week, following the different projections. And the most notable thing was that really every channel had a different projection, where it's going to hit, how hard it's going to hit, who's going to be affected. And we both work, in addition to Bnei Akiva, in the local day school. And a lot of people were talking about fleeing, getting out, specifically coming to Atlanta.
And so I also work in the Young Israel, and I sat with the rabbi, and we were talking about who was leaving, who was staying, and things like that. And Anne grew up in Atlanta, so she very much wanted to, and her parents very much wanted her to come up here, which was very easy, since we had a place to stay. And we debated backwards and forwards as to whether we should leave or not leave.
And we debated also when we should leave, if we should get out earlier, if we should wait for the initial rush of people so that we could try and miss traffic. And then on Wednesday, as we got closer and closer to the hurricane hitting, the projections really were focusing on Miami, South Florida, Hollywood, where we're living. Our decision to pack was made very quickly. Wednesday, we were in school. They canceled school for Thursday, Friday. We said, we're getting out tonight.
We moved as much furniture away from the windows. We're not allowed, in the building we live in, we're not allowed to put boards up. So we moved everything out of the way, and we basically threw valuables and like insurance documents and things like that into the car, passports.
We brought very little clothing, just a couple of days worth of clothes, a few mementos for the kids so that they would have some of their memories. And everything else that's there, we pretty much figured furniture and toys and books, things like that could be replaced.
We really didn't know how hard it was going to hit. And they were talking about like major things being demolished. And so we were worried that all of like the memoirs and things like that would be lost. So that was the important thing to get in the car. We've been speaking with people in the community. There was and a lot of trees have fallen. The electricity is out. There's some damage to some buildings. Miami got hit very badly. And
Miami's
Tampa
pretty much underwater. By us, there wasn't so much flooding, but most of the people in our community have lost power already for more than 24 hours. And we know that there's a line of hundreds of millions of people that are waiting for power.
Definitely isn't as bad as people thought it would be.
In our area.
In our area. Areas that thought they were going to be less affected were more affected.
In fact, people were evacuating to places like Naples and Tampa, thinking that they're not going to be hit as hard, and that's actually where the major landfalls occurred. So people in our community, I think, really are very grateful that really all they have is lost power that they were expecting.
And there's a few cars that were damaged and a couple of houses, but it's not extreme. I just had a meeting with the Rosh Sniff of Bnei Akiva to see if we're supposed to have a Hadracha Shabbaton this coming Shabbos. And so we're trying to work out whether it's still possible or not possible. And in the end, we decided we're going to wait till tomorrow. She stayed. Her family stayed behind. So she's there. So she has a better grasp on what's going on, and we're trying to see what's happening in the community. One of the major factors is if there'll be electricity, if there'll be food.
I think it's going to take several days, if not weeks, to be able to restock all the supermarkets, get everybody up and running. Right now, they only started this morning really clearing the debris out of the streets. We've seen videos of people going out with their own chainsaws trying to saw through major trees that have fallen. We don't know what the status is in terms of the roads. We know they're not letting people into Miami at all. There's already a lot of togetherness. The people that came to Atlanta have really bonded together as a community. We ran programs for them on Shabbat and after as well.
We joined forces with Bnei Akiva in Atlanta and put a lot of programs on, and also Bnei Akiva in NCS. So I put a lot of programs on together. There's a real sense of unity.
Especially for the kids, the ones that were there through the hurricane and the ones that had to sit in the car for 20 hours driving. There's a real urgency for keeping things as normal as possible and allowing them those outlets to socialize and have people to speak to in case they are being troubled by something.
And it's just a matter of keeping active and keeping people active until school starts, until life gets back to normal.
Making ourselves available for anyone who feels like they need that outlet to come and speak.